5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think. Yes, maybe. I don't know. I think we're live. Welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to another show. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship channel for aspiring cryptopreneurs and cryptopreneurs alike. Today we have Jenna X here, an XRP maxi. We're going to be talking about XRP. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about altcoins. And yes, thank you, Jenna, for coming here. Thank you for, going down and getting destroyed live on this live stream. It takes a lot of courage to do what you're doing. I didn't know you were that suicidal, but yeah, welcome. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I actually have no idea how I let you talk me into this, but I'm here. So let's do this. It's an honor, though.
So to get something clear right off the bat right here, me and Jenna are not exactly maximalists, although we tend to lean one side, but there's a lot of puns that were going on around the blockchain. With Jenna making some really funny remarks and me answering, and this kind of continued on Twitter, and we decided to do a little showdown and talk about XRP and talk about our views and talk about what we think about Bitcoin, what we think about XRP, and having some fun. So other than her getting slaughtered today, it's all fun and games. No, really.
You're like, no, really. Like, I'm going to slaughter you. Listen, I'm going to give you a run for your money. I promise you that.
Of course. I mean, you have a microphone that lights up and everything. It's kind of it's an XRP thing. You have an XRP microphone. So we're going to be taking questions from the audience. We're going to have some fun. And yeah, we have Eric saying Jenna with hearts in their eyes already. So you have a fan, I see. I see Bobby Crypto Grinding say, hola, Paul, hola, Jen. One question. What qualifies one as a maxi according to you both? Well, okay, let me get this straight. I don't know about Jenna. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I'm a shitcoin minimalist. There's a big difference. I lean towards Bitcoin, right? I like Bitcoin more. It's the only one I truly want to accumulate, maybe some Ethereum over a long term. But I do trade other cryptocurrencies, both as a swing trader, a hodler, and investor. What about you, Jenna?
Well, wait, Paul, I thought I heard around the blockchain that maybe you started to acquire some XRP, that you started thinking it was a good idea.
I said not at the time of that video, but pretty soon it would be time to start accumulating XRP, yes.
Yeah, so you like it.
Altcoin for me. No. It's 100% greed and making money and making more Bitcoin.
Okay, so what do you see? Okay, if it's greed and making money, as far as the ROI on this next bull run, what are your predictions on it?
Yeah, the ROI, I already called it out in the next bull run last year. I said $3 to $5. So let me give you a little background with what I'm like with XRP, because I get a lot of hate on my channel in the comment section with XRP, because I always pick on the XRP army. I got this squeaky.
Yeah, you love it.
I got this squeaky voice I do as well, like fat. That's the XRP voice, fat, and It all started. And believe me, I have followers that I have followers that are XRP maximalists on my channel. It's a fun thing that goes back and forth. But this all started last year or so, when I was looking at XRP and I was looking at the price action. Now I was holding XRP since 2017. And when it came out, or a bit after that, I think at 4 cents or some shit like that. So when we went up to the highs, the top of the bull run, on the way down, I was selling. So I think I got a $2.60, $2.60, $2.20, then 180 or some shit like that. Then it went down. Then what I noticed was at some point, price action of XRP, because I was watching it, it bumped up to 70 cents and then dropped right down. And I noticed this a couple of times, and that's felt fishy for me. Anyway, when the bull market started coming up, which we called, both on my other channel and that one, DeFi was about to take off. I saw that XRP, price action-wise, it just had too much resistance. And I felt that it looked like there was a lot of dumping going on. I told everyone to get out of XRP. Just get the fuck out. I sold my XRP. And I said to get back in once we go over 65 cents. And everyone said, oh, he's going to buy higher. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. Idiot. And, the XRP voice again. And what happened was, soon after that, SEC came out, all the drama and everything. And then I was telling people not to get back into XRP because it's going to last for a while. And everyone called me crazy. And then what happened was XRP started going up. At some point, we passed 62 cents, and I changed into XRP. I went into XRP, rode the wave up, and then
you FOMO'd.
No, I saw the price action because we passed my resistance. So I said buy, and then everyone hated me because everyone started saying, oh, he came around, and then I said, okay, now change to Cardano. So I changed to Cardano. Cardano kept going up. XRP went down. Everyone doesn't see that. I don't know why people. I mean, it was a good trade, right?
It was. I think people get emotionally attached, right, to their crypto, and that happened to me at first. But if you didn't buy in before the SEC case and it got shut off, like Coinbase and everything like that, then obviously it didn't make much sense to try to acquire it elsewhere. Although I've bing DCAing in from everywhere from 30 cents to, below $1. I don't like to ever go above $1, but I think any XRP below $1 is still a great buy whenever you look at the bigger picture of things. But you're a trader. I think there's a big difference there as well between hodlers and traders. Do you swing trade or do you day trade?
I very rarely day trade. I mostly swing trade. I would be a hodler. It's just like I like to be able to afford to buy my girlfriend ice cream.
Yeah.
Because shit goes down.
I know. I hear you.
Look, I live off crypto, right? So I have my look. I'll do this. I have my hodl bags. I do. I have my hodl bags. I don't touch. It's my investment, and that's a good idea. But then I have another 2 accounts which I trade, and one's mid-long term, and the other one's short term. And then from short term goes to midterm, long term, and from midterm, long term, some of that goes into my long term, and then that gets sold. I keep on taking profits, and then I have dry powder. I spend money, and
That's
then
normal.
I
People
can
do that.
buy back. So when I was telling everyone to get out of XRP, I wasn't saying get out of XRP. XRP sucks, which I don't think it's the best cryptocurrency out there, to be honest with you, but I did say that you could buy a lot more when it goes back down.
And you are correct. And, a lot of people also, it's just probably something that people didn't want to hear, because then you have, people out there like Baba Cugs who's saying, oh, it's going to be $1,000 overnight. They're going to flip the switch. We're going to wake up 35K XRP. I don't think that that's realistic at all. But I think the plays that you're making are good based on, what you do and how you're trading. Now, like for me, I'm a shit trader, right? And I'll tell you why. It's because 1, I'm impatient, and 2, I'm forgetful as fuck. So, I'm a horrible trader, right? I've tried. I'm better at hodling because I can leave it there, forget it, move it off, and I like to stake for passive income. But, let's talk about, I would like to get your thoughts on the Lightning Network versus the XRPL. I really would.
Okay.
Do you think that the Lightning Network could potentially replace XRP?
Yes.
Why?
Because
I would love to hear your reasoning on
one
this.
specific thing, just one thing only, which makes Bitcoin the best cryptocurrency out there. All right? Just one thing only. You ready?
Okay.
It's the only true decentralized blockchain.
Okay, but I asked you about the Lightning Network. The Lightning Network is centralized. It's a centralized app.
It's a layer 2, okay? But it's a bit different. I can't really answer much on the Lightning, and I'll tell you why. I went to a conference last week, a Bitcoin conference. And it was about how the Lightning system, the Lightning method works and everything. It was explaining Lightning. So I went there to learn. I think I understood half of what the fuck they were saying. So,
as honest.
Extremely honest. I'm not gonna like lie or pretend I know shit that I don't know. So I still have a lot more to study about the Lightning Network. I haven't used it myself, so it's very hard for me to be able to answer and to be able to comment on that. Totally honest, right? But what I do know is that it's if you want to have decentralized money, which is Bitcoin's thing, is being able to do decentralized transfers, which nobody could stop, nobody controls, right? And that the only thing that can do that is Bitcoin. Because what people don't understand about Bitcoin is why it's decentralized. Why do you think Bitcoin's decentralized?
Because it's proof of work.
One reason, but it's not all the reason.
Okay, tell me all the reasons why Bitcoin is decentralized.
Bitcoin is decentralized because of three things, and three things that work together. It's not. It's the core developers is one aspect of Bitcoin. Then you have the miners. That's the second aspect of Bitcoin. But then you have the nodes. Anybody can be a node. So each one checks each other. So miners, the proof of work and everything, is just it's 1/3 of the story. So when it comes to nodes, you can have a node, I can have a node, and then Coinbase can have a node, but that node has 100,000 people behind it, right? 100,000 users. But that 100,000 users that Coinbase has still counts as one node. It's called an economical node. So my vote's the same as them. So when the users, when there was a hard fork because they didn't agree with an upgrade, I think it was SegWit, for several years in the making, and the miners tried to say, no, we'll leave if you do this, and we'll just mine another blockchain, which they did. It was Bitcoin Cash. They thought everybody's gonna kneel. But the users said, no, this is the way it is, and if the miners leave, they can leave. And what happened was the miners came back because the users voted for the direction of Bitcoin, the nodes. So that's why it's decentralized. Now, you can also take it a step further. There's no owner, there's nowhere to send a subpoena to, right? The Satoshi Nakamoto, who is he? Where is he? Right?
Right.
And it's not about it's not about having it's unconfiscatable, right? And it's also it's the way I like to say it is this. I'll give you the best phrase which I like saying. Okay, it's a decentralized. No, it's a spendable store of value that can do decentralized transfers.
But if it's a store of value, why do you want to spend it?
Why wouldn't you? It's
you
a
don't have to. Wouldn't it be more like your savings account?
I didn't say that though. I said it's a spendable store of value with decentralized transfers. So it's being spendable doesn't mean you want to spend it, right?
But it has the ability.
But it does have the ability. Now, right now, until Lightning or everything gets into place, yes, maybe you don't use Bitcoin to go buy chewing gum in a kiosk in the Maldives. But if you want to buy a skyscraper in Dubai or a hotel or to transfer your money out of somewhere, you can do millions of dollars for fractions of a dollar, for fraction of cents, right? And nobody can stop it. That's the thing. Every other cryptocurrency or blockchain, while could be faster and have faster tech, it's centralized, it can be blocked, it can be, the government can go and say, hey, stop this transaction.
Who's going to block your transactions unless you're like a criminal or on like the most wanted list?
That's beside, but me being a criminal has nothing to do with it. Okay, so I'll give you the best example. When they were sending a Bitcoin to the lorry drivers, to the truck drivers in Canada.
Okay. And
they tried to stop that. They could not. They actually sent a thing to the wallet. I think it was Samurai Wallet or something like that, or Ninja Wallet. I can't remember. And they said, and they gave a really good remark that no, we can't do it. Learn what this is, but don't worry. When the dollar falls, we'll help you too. because you can't stop it. But
You know what?
let me give you another
Yeah.
example though. What if you want to buy a Bible, a Christian Bible in a Muslim country, and you don't want and you know and you or you want to do something like that? It doesn't have to be criminal, right?
Well, if it's breaking their laws and if that bookstore takes Bitcoin, I mean, I think honestly, every blockchain has obviously their own thing. What they're known for, what they're good for, their own use case. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. But I mean, you brought up like a couple points that I have while you're talking about that. You mentioned the truck drivers, shutting off their funds. Okay, they'll do that. Why didn't they shut off Epstein's money, right? I mean, if we were using CBDCs or centralized currency or something like that, of course they could. However, do you believe that the XRPL is a centralized blockchain?
XRP being decentralized. So it's just because they created it and it was given to Ripple Labs, in theory, okay, because we don't exactly know how that happened. Uh, when you have most of the XRP out there and you dump it on your users, on your investors.
This is getting old, Paul.
But it's
We know
true.
Jenna Caleb is almost sold out. Yes, it happened.
Right.
Yes, he left Ripple. Now he has XLM, and Taco Stand is almost sold out. So
No, it was
that's
the actual company that was
not
doing
valid
that.
anymore.
No. It was the actual company. Well, wait a second. No, forget him a second. When the SEC thing happened last year, right? Do you
Sure.
think it was just about you don't think they Ripple was accused for also market making and selling to its investors. It wasn't just about everything they're doing now.
Okay.
So it's
What company hasn't done that? What company hasn't sold and taken profits? If you know something and you're doing that, we don't want to think that insider trading and things like that happen, but you know that. If you are head of a company and you work for that company, obviously you're going to know things before anybody does. Who's mad about that? Because we still know long-term use case, but the people, nobody's forcing anybody to buy XRP, right? We just know long-term what the plays are, their partnerships and the use cases for it, and that's enough.
But
Especially
they were
with
caught.
CBDC.
They were caught market making. They were caught paying people to push up the price and for them to be dumping at the same time. This is one of the reasons that we went to court.
We're talking about a couple of dollars for a token that can be worth hundreds. Like
You're okay with that?
even X Bitcoin. I'm actually okay with that. Because I know what I hold. I'm not worried about that in the long term. I mean, if you're a trader, and you're upset because, it messed up your place, then I could see that. But I know.
Well, no, if you're a
long-term
trader
what
and
we're
you're a
going
good
for.
trader, it wouldn't because you'd see it in TA. But like I did, I was pretty fortunate to be honest with you, but I did see it. But the thing
I mean,
is,
are you talking about, because this has been the XRP is really stable. Are you just talking about when this went up to like
oh, it's a great stable coin.
$3 and then went down to like whatever it was? Because it's
No,
been
that's
bounced around
markets.
right
Those
below
are
a dollar,
markets.
right above a dollar. It's more stable than Bitcoin.
No, it's not. Those are markets.
Yes, it is.
Why is it more stable than Bitcoin?
XRP does not fluctuate that much. That's why everybody complains about it and not going up, because you can't have an unstable
that's because they
crypto
were
if it's going to
dumping
be
on
looked
you.
at as a CBDC.
That's because every time it was going up, they were dumping on you.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, do me a favor.
So
Let
pull
me
it up.
open up a chart real quick. Let's
Pull up the charts. Pull up the charts.
So so XRP.
So Jen McCaleb's dumb dumping.
No.
now.
So
Who
XRP
knows?
from
4
highs to
million a
lows.
day is not happening.
So wait, let's do this. Hasn't
That evil smile you've got going on right now. Paul.
Because I know XRP fell over 90%. That's why.
So for anybody who doesn't know, the XRP is a scalable, sustainable, decentralized public blockchain, and it uses a consensus protocol. It is lightning fast, and it is super easy to use. It's sustainable. It's been around for 8 years plus, and it's being looked at by central banks. Actually, 90% of central banks are looking into CBDCs now, which is huge. You should look into that. And also, we haven't even begun to see institutional money flow in yet, and we can't until we have regulatory clarity. Once we have regulatory clarity, we'll start to see institutional money. And we'll be right up there next to Bitcoin. Hey, I think we're number 7 right now in market cap, which is still pretty impressive considering everything that we've gone through. And it's also used for cross-border payments and on-demand liquidity. That's my spiel.
Explain to me how it's decentralized.
It is. It's decentralized public blockchain because Ripple only runs like a few of the validator nodes for it. You can look it up. It's
how many validator nodes does XRP have?
How many what?
How many nodes in total does it have?
I don't know the stats on that. I thought it was like 200 some, and I forgot. Like I think they ran like 22 or something of it. They don't run all of the nodes for it. They don't have the majority of that. However, more of the transactions might run through theirs because of maturity, and it's just higher up there. But it is decentralized.
So if I make a transaction in XRP through a bank or whatever, can it be stopped by Ripple?
I don't know. You have to ask Ripple.
I'm asking you.
I mean, I wouldn't think so because think about it. It's trying to replace SWIFT, right? And the SWIFT payment system.
Swift can't stop your payments?
Can you stop SWIFT? If you can stop SWIFT, then I'm sure you can stop that. But if you need to stop it, maybe they can stop it. I don't know. But it's going to replace SWIFT, and SWIFT does 25+ million transactions per day. I am looking at this for the dollar value in it, and that's $6 trillion a day in transactions that's going through it. If they replace SWIFT, we're going to see a tremendous market cap.
Why would XRP replace SWIFT?
That's what they're aiming to do. Where have you been?
I'm aiming to go to the moon. Why would XRP replace SWIFT? So there was something about SWIFT being replaced. So there was something about SWIFT being replaced a long time ago. I remember hearing about this, and I remember it was going to be something run on the Ethereum blockchain. Why are you laughing?
Why would they do that on that dinosaur? What has Ethereum even doing?
Proof of concept?
No.
What do you mean
I'm sorry. I don't fucks with you.
How? What's so funny about that?
Let
me read some comments here. Let's see what's going on here.
All right, let's read
some shit, there's a lot of them, man. You can read as well because there's a lot of them.
Listen, I don't even want to read the comments, Paul.
I do.
You put me in a Bitcoin Maxi channel. I don't even want to know.
How long does the crypto market bottom for? That's not an XRP or Bitcoin. Quite a few years.
You could be rich by 2025. Not financial advice ever, and we don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but
we just stopped the thing. Give me a second. All right, let's invite her back. Wait, give me a second here. Crap. Let's do this. Sorry about this, guys. Give me a second. I screwed up with Zoom again. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to invite. Fuck. Give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. I screwed up with the Zoom thing. Invite. Copy invitation. Let's go to Twitter. Let me dox. Let me dox Jenna. Paul, bring me back. I'll bring you back. There you go. Bringing you back. And we should have Jenna here any moment. Let me just take this off, by the way. Admit.
I've not gotten the paid Zoom yet. Come on.
Yeah, that's because it was running on. It's running on XRP. It's running on the XRP blockchain. See what happens?
Okay.
This is one of the problems with XRP. Exactly this.
This has nothing to do with XRP. I have the paid version, and I'm an XRP hodler. What's your excuse?
Bear market. I can't afford it.
Out of here. Let's see these comments. I was like, man, my spiel is really getting good and rugged. Should have known. I don't want to read these, do I?
I'm
Are they
reading some
bad?
of them. Yeah, some of them are pretty cool, but I can't answer all of them. Hey, Jenna, you're a swing trader, says King Alex.
I've tried. I could do long ones, but I'm just horrible. Too forgetful.
XRP
And
sucks
I'm emotional.
though.
I don't know if you knew that I was emotional.
We have a lot of viewers. Great to
Really?
see a female crypto presenter. Yeah, of course. It is. It is great. It is very good to see someone that's female on as in crypto. Jenna X has the upper hand with being an XRP maxi because reality is the XRP ledger was created before Bitcoin. What? What? What?
1988. That was the year I breathed my first breaths.
That's not even relevant. I'm not even going to bother answering that.
I came out the womb a maxi.
Is Bitcoin easier or XRP easier to fork? Which can be forked most easily?
Fork?
Fork.
Well, why do you need to fork XRP?
Well, Stellar is the fork of XRP, by the way.
Stellar's Stellar. It's its own blockchain.
It's forked off the XRP. It's the same code.
Do you have a diagram?
What do you mean?
Why would I need to see it?
You don't
I
believe
need to
me?
see it physically forking. Well, I would like to see a diagram. I'm
Are
one
you
of those people
serious?
guys see to believe it. Yeah, I know. I would like to see a diagram of this forking. This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Okay, Stellar itself is a modified fork of Ripple, an initiative led by Jeb McCaleb following his exit in 2013 from Ripple Labs, which he
What's your
co-founded.
source?
Sorry?
What's your source on this?
That's CoinDesk.
Well, let's ask somebody else.
Okay, who do you want to ask? His
No, I just don't want the top one on Google search. Although, did you know Google?
Well,
there's
from what I see, there's debates on different channels here, but it's pretty much the same thing.
It would make sense that it's pretty much the same as Ripple.
Yeah.
Except I will say I think XLM's a little bit more advanced in certain ways. They've already implemented smart contracts and AMMs. We're over here waiting on XLS 20D. And, now they're talking about XLS 30D. I'm like, can I just at least get NFTs with royalties first? But no, now we're talking about automatic market makers. So we're catching up. We're getting there.
Okay.
What are you doing?
What do you mean what I'm doing? I'm making BitBulls.
What are you doing on Bitcoin over there?
I'm making BitBulls.io. Bitcoin's, there's a lot more to Bitcoin than what you think, right? So, anyway.
No, tell me. Come on.
I just read a comment that's driving me nuts here, and I have to say.
What does it say?
It says Bitcoin is not decentralized. Satoshi could be Russian.
I've not heard that one.
Salt?
Okay. Who do you think Satoshi is?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Who do you think Satoshi
knows.
is?
I think it's David Schwartz and the NSA, like CIA. I think it's like a group of people.
Well, I would much more likely believe that it's that Craig Wright was. I know that Craig Wright was part of it. I'm not saying he's Satoshi Nakamoto. I do believe he's part of it, and I do think that there's a few more people. It was a team of people that made it. At least that's what a lot of evidence shows.
Okay. What do you think about Jay-Z's educational Bitcoin program?
We talked about this on Around the Blockchain, didn't we?
We
I
did.
think it's pretty
I want
cool.
to hear more of your thoughts about it.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome.
I want to read it. I wish I could be like on the board.
You know what you should read?
What should I read? Your books?
No, not my book. This one.
The Bitcoin Standard.
By Seyfedin and Moose.
You know what?
You should read it. Whether you're Mexican, whether you believe in Bitcoin or not, whether you agree or not, whether you think it's XRP is sent from God or not, I think you should read this book. And I think I should study more about XRP actually.
I believe in Bitcoin. It's not a matter of belief. It's here. It's a thing. It's real. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't believe the FUD of Bitcoin going to zero and this shit. I don't. I'll buy Bitcoin at 12 grand. It dips down there, which I think it potentially could. But I want that higher ROI, and I will use Bitcoin what is meant for, which is a store of value. So when I take my gains and I put them into USD, which I have a long-term bag of XRP, right? I have, other places where I will take gains. I have a fuck you bag. I think everybody should have one of those. They're for fun. But I will put it into USD, and whenever Bitcoin dips down at a certain time, because there's cycles, I'm not going to throw it in when it's at an all-time high. And I think that's the problem that I have with the person who wrote that Bitcoin educational material, because I popped in a couple of his clubhouse rooms, and I want to make sure that they're talking about more than just Bitcoin. Great. It's great because it's the first one. You should learn about it. You should definitely learn about crypto, though, in all aspects and the whole new financial system. So I just want to make sure that it's not just one-sided. And I think Bitcoin's great. It is a store of value, but I think people need to learn the cycles and when to put their money in Bitcoin, when to take gains. I think it's a whole thing. I just don't want to see, oh yeah, it's this. Put it in now with your Cash App. Cash App.
Yeah, what so something you mentioned about altcoins and Bitcoin and what you're doing is actually pretty smart. I always said if you want to get rich, you buy altcoins. If you want to build wealth, you accumulate Bitcoin. So in truth, when you have a Bitcoin bull run, usually other cryptocurrencies outperform Bitcoin in profits, in dollar, right? And then in Bitcoin too, right? But then what happens is when the cycle finishes and goes down, everything else goes down, and then a lot vanishes, and then Bitcoin falls down less. So yes, you can gamble on altcoins. I do. I'm a trader, so I'm going to call it gambling to get more Bitcoin, but it's a very dangerous game. And as long as you understand what you accumulate and why, it's fine. Like, okay, for example, I also hold and accumulate Ethereum, not just Bitcoin. I'm building on Ethereum, right? So if somebody wants to accumulate Ethereum or even XRP, right, God knows why, or even XRP, that's fine. But know what you're doing and why. And if that makes sense. Because for me, anything except Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, until proven otherwise, it's just a means to make more money or Bitcoin for me.
Yeah.
I don't see XRP going to $1,000. There's no way that's gonna happen.
It could happen. It's just gonna take a while. I didn't say it was gonna happen overnight. It could definitely happen.
Why would it happen? Explain to me the mechanics.
Well, I mean, you haven't seen real institutional money come in yet. And I'm not just talking a couple of trillion. I'm talking about hundreds of trillions and Nostro Bostro accounts and just everything. I mean, if you do replace SWIFT and this whole ODL, I honestly think that it could. I don't see any reason why it couldn't. I'm not saying it's the next like Bitcoin $35,000, whatever, but I definitely think that in time, it could get up to $1,000. I think within the next couple of years, it'll be a couple hundred.
So let me ask you something. If XRP goes to $1,000 and it's used to transfer money from banks, and then that would be used to transfer the money, right? The XRP, if they use XRP.
It could be.
If they use XRP.
They have their own CBDCs on the XRP.
Wouldn't that be counterproductive? Wouldn't that like...
How?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm asking you.
No, it wouldn't be counterproductive at all.
So if you want to, wouldn't that make transfers more expensive?
No, it wouldn't.
Why?
We have like 0.0001 like for a fee. It's like nothing. It's not like compared to Western Union. It's like all these other things. Like if you want to send money overseas, you're not paying shit.
So why would Ripple use XRP?
Anything.
Why would Ripple use XRP for this?
It's designed for cross-border payments. Why wouldn't they?
Because they don't need to. They could do it through RippleNet.
Okay, but they can also use XRP.
But they could also use...
It's the native currency.
But they don't need to use it.
Okay, but it's all flowing into the XRPL, which will increase the value of XRP.
But to $1,000?
Eventually, yes. That is what I'm telling you.
XRP? Why don't we just go for SafeMoon while we're at it?
Actually, you know what? They're actually doing a lot.
Oh,
They're
please
building on
stop. Oh, stop. Stop. Don't. Okay, look. XRP, I can understand. XRP,
SafeMoon
I
is
don't think it's
actually
going to go.
really
Look, I don't.
building a
Stop. I
whole
don't think XRP is
thing
going to
of
go to
DeFi.
$1,000.
I
I
got a
don't.
small bag. Why wouldn't you get a small bag of SafeMoon? Fuck it.
Why don't we just get a whole? Why don't we buy a small bag of every crap we see down the street? It doesn't.
No,
We
you
can make
can't be
some
doing
compost.
that. No, you can't be doing that. You need ones with actual potential.
So why? Okay, so you're saying SafeMoon has actual potential.
It does.
They're not only did they have black hat marketing and lied from the beginning, not only was it developed as a scam and there were a bunch of scammers, not only did they dumped on people, they lied to their people, and now you're telling me that it has potential. Why?
They have their community loves them. They have a huge community. They're so loyal. Community is everything. I'm telling you.
It is,
And
community
they're
is
gonna
everything,
implement
but
DeFi and stuff. I'm telling you, it's worth having a little bag. Not financial advice. You do what you want, huh? But I'll park my yacht next to yours.
with SafeMoon, I've been hearing this. Okay, let me tell you
Really
my
with
story with.
SafeMoon.
Let me tell you my story with SafeMoon. Back when Elongate, you remember Elongate? Were you around for when Elongate?
Yes, I got Elongate.
All right.
Yep. Had some of them been
So if you check my videos, I bought Elongate and SafeMoon. Okay, a little bit after Elongate. I 10x'd on Elongate and I 2.5x'd on SafeMoon. And I said, sell, it's the top. And ever since then, right at the top, you can see my videos on SafeMoon. I'm not joking, and Elongate. I even have a video on how to buy Elongate, right? And SafeMoon. And what happened was this. It went down. It went up a little bit. Oh, what about now? You wrecked. Went down more. Then it went up a little bit. See, it's going up to the moon. Then it went down even more. And like, you're an idiot. Look, you're missing out. Lol. And it went down even more. And it went up a little bit. See, now is the time. Now you should buy. And how much is SafeMoon worth right now?
I think it's like 0.0000.
Right. So what happened was, then when that all happened, they decided to do version 2. And when I saw version 2, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because I said 6 months ago that if they ever want SafeMoon to work, they need to make a new blockchain because a new blockchain is complete shit. And what happened was, I'm like, okay, version 2 will be complete And what did they do? They started doing this scammy thing to stop people getting into version 2, right? And people couldn't like change their money because they would get taxed the fuck out of it. And then everyone went to version 2, and then that went down to shit. Right?
I just bought version 2 actually in the dip, like while we're down, only because I saw like their whole spiel with Mandala Exchange, and I saw they're joining forces, and I know they're going to implement some DeFi, and they actually have like a whole build out. And I happen to know very personally the CEO of Mandala Exchange, and he is a chief legal and regulatory advisor in the crypto space and on the Minnesota Blockchain Council. And he obviously is not going to put something on his exchange that is complete shit. Like, he's looked into it and they're passing all their checks. Like, you know, everything's cool now. So
what
I'm
kind
just
of
saying.
Checks? I dreamt of this. I actually dreamt of this video. Insane.
Are you having deja vu? You've dreamed of me? Is what you're saying?
No, there's this whole like discussion, these chats and everything is weird.
That's saying like, hey, maybe you should buy some SafeMoon.
No, because I also remember, this is not a joke by the way, I also remember my answer to that. I was actually the former marketing director of a fully regulated and licensed exchange, and we wouldn't touch SafeMoon. Now, back then, I don't know what's going on now.
That was like so last year.
Right, but at the same time, what does SafeMoon solve? Why do you need a token to do what SafeMoon claims is going to do? And how can you build a reputation in what you're going to do? And if you have a whole bunch of people lying and doing a whole bunch of shit all these years, why would that change now?
Well, it's not like all these years. It's not like really that old. But
that's
why do we need
reason.
99% of crypto?
Well, let's talk
we
about.
don't need 99% of them.
Let's talk about SafeMoon utility. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, so they were going on about this amazing great wallet that was coming out, right? Which my mother could make a wallet. Apparently, they couldn't even do that right. Now, the wallet was supposed to have your cryptocurrencies on there, and you would get rewarded. I can't remember if there was the blockchain, the exchange that was going to do that, or their wallet. But if you put your crypto on there, you would get rewarded. Which I said straight off the bat that nobody in their right mind would put their Bitcoin on a new exchange that had all this history with scams, right? It's on a centralized exchange, right? And risk their Bitcoin, which is funny because at the time I said stay away from BlockFi, stay away from Celsius, and definitely stay away from something like SafeMoon that doesn't even have their experience. And what happened?
So you're like you're saying you're like a little blockchain prophet.
I made some good calls. I made some bad calls. I lost money on money on Luna. I'll be honest.
Oh, well, actually, I made money on that. I bought it whenever like, it was down to 60 cents. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this because it's gotta go back up. It's
Man,
a stable coin. So I bought that, and I actually crashed out 90 cents on that. So I did make some money, and then I did make. I mean, everybody was trading Luna though. Like, I'm not a trader, but I did make actually a couple good plays on the
Nice.
token
I
itself.
screwed up.
Did you?
Yeah. So
Salty.
I'll tell you what happened. I have a video. I don't take down my videos, by the way. I leave my videos up, even the ones I make bad calls, so people can see them. That's why I get a lot of shit sometimes, but it doesn't matter. I leave them up there. So no, I'm not just a prophet. Unfortunately, I wish I was. But I used to have Radium and Saber. And then I did some research and I looked at their market. I went to their community and I didn't like what was going on. And I suggested that you get out of Radium. I said, I'm going to get out of Radium. I said it's bad. I explained the reasons and everything. And then I said, I took all my Radium and I'm going to make it into this cryptocurrency. And I had it on the title. And that cryptocurrency was Luna, Terra Luna. So I got out correctly from one cryptocurrency, then got into Terra Luna, and that went up for a while. I made some money on it, but I never sold. I hodled it, and I didn't take profits, and that shit just went down. And when it went down, I actually bought more, just a little bit. But I figured, this is like overextended. I'm just gonna buy. And my mistake there was I didn't research how UST works with Luna. I didn't know.
Well, nobody knew. Well, what did you buy it at while it was going down? Like I got it at each of the decimal
50%
points.
down or some shit. No, I bought Terra Luna when it was 50% down, but I didn't realize it was going to be this spiral thing with UST. I didn't do my research.
I just feel like they could have saved the token just with all the money that they have versus starting a new one. Honestly, I feel like they could have, but
Well,
that's just
the guy literally started 2 scams before that.
really.
Yeah, and then
That's
this
what people
scam.
said.
I can't remember his name. What was his name? Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Don something. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he literally started 2 other projects before that were complete scams. They didn't work, and then he made this one. The guy must be great at sales and marketing because he convinced everyone to get on, and all these institutions. I'm like, holy crap! And that's why there was a lot of trust from me. And I think the problem was because there was so much trust in there. A lot of people just blindly trusted Terra Luna as a household name and UST. Now, I never got the UST part of it, but I did buy Terra Luna. So that was a big mistake. That was one. I think another one was Saber. That was a big mistake. And I think that was because I listened to Crypto Mandan. Not Crypto Mandan, what's his name? From Crypto Banter.
I don't check him out.
Yeah, that was a mistake. So I made some bad calls. But this is why I try to concentrate only on what on like a few things now, and that way I can make better calls. So I do concentrate on XRP, believe it or not, because I know the price action. But I'm a trader. I don't hold that. I don't believe it's going to go to $1,000. I just don't. I think a $3 to $5. Potentially $7 to $10 by the next bull run. I think that's very possible. And in super hype and everything, might go about a little bit more than that, but I don't see $1,000. I just don't.
Yeah, well.
Right.
Right.
I don't see why. I don't see why it should go to $1,000.
Well, you should Google that while I take like a 30-second bathroom break real quick.
Sorry? Okay. I'll continue talking. So Motor B Rad is saying, so how did the US government retrieve Bitcoin? How did the U.S. government retrieve Bitcoin? There's a big difference. If they had caught you and your wallet or anything like that, then they could retrieve it. But they never hacked it. They never got it and took it. Unless they arrested you and you had your ledger on you or something like that, you should look into more of the story. Let me look at some of the chats here. They could stop the on-ramps exchanges to Bitcoin. How would you transfer to fiat, peer-to-peer, right? So if they stop the on-ramps and exchanges, you have decentralized exchanges, of course, but you still have people being able to send each other Bitcoins. So basically, you could still barter. Now, if your Bitcoin is worth a lot less, it's a different story. Right, but at least you could still do that peer to peer. It's still decentralized. They still can't stop it, so they can't stop the actual transfers. Price is a whole different thing. Yeah, they can regulate it down to shit, but they can't stop it. That's the point. I was just going through some of the chat, Jenna.
I figured you were talking about Bitcoin while I was gone. Good move. Guys, Rosie Rios is on the board of Ripple. She used to be our US treasurer. Isn't that bullish news? That's kind of exciting. And one of our other board members, she just joined the Department of Justice. So that's pretty cool too. We have some really, cool board members.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't think that XRP is complete shit. I just don't think it's going to go to $1,000. There's a big difference. And I think it's a different thing than Bitcoin. To be quite honest, I don't think it's fair to compare XRP to Bitcoin in general. No. I just don't.
I don't either. They have two different use cases. Honestly, Bitcoin should be a store of value and XRP is like a payments processor. I think we can coexist. What do you think?
I think a lot of projects can coexist. I'm not the type of guy that says everything's going to die. I'm just saying most things are. And the ones that are not, they're just going to keep on vanishing and cycling over till we all lose our money. I don't think XRP is going to go anywhere. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's going to vanish. I don't think it's going to be one of those. I don't believe so anyway.
No, it's been around for too long. They're expanding. They're hiring.
They have a lot of money. They can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. And worst case scenario, if they did not win this case, they would go build over in Dubai and just move the headquarters over there. And then we would use a VPN to buy more.
No, I do. I think I didn't hear what you just said, by the way. I was looking at the comments. But
it's fine. Don't worry about it. It wasn't important to you.
Crypto Coin says, Jenna, sometimes you cannot teach people. Well, Crypto Coin, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. So there!
I love it. I love it. Dude, I'm so excited though, no lie, for Bitpools. I think what you're doing is super cool.
What are you doing with your? Let's leave XRP and Bitcoin a second. What are you doing? Because you have your channel, you have an amazing Twitter following, you have an engaged audience, one of the most engaged audiences I've ever seen. I really like, for the amount of people you have, it's crazy, right? And I've been watching you and everything. We've been around the blockchain. What do you do? What do you do with your life? What's your life like?
Okay, so what do I do with my life during the day? I'm actually an entrepreneur, but I am a beauty entrepreneur. I own a permanent cosmetics studio, and nice. I teach others how to actually tattoo eyebrows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we do permanent makeup. And so I really do that, just maybe a little bit here and there now, but my primary focus is to be able to continue to build my YouTube and Twitter, and I'm doing PR and marketing I'm actually the director of marketing for a new project called Micrographs, which we have some of the best developers around. It's going to be chain agnostic, but it's a low code, no code software platform. I'm not shilling on your channel. It's just really cool. Really cool people. A lot of them are out of Minnesota. And yeah, I guess I really don't know. I just kind of hang out.
All right, everyone stop right now. Look up here, here, and here. You'll see Jenna's Twitter handle, and you'll see her YouTube channel. Whatever you're doing, first of all, like this video. I'm not seeing a lot of likes. What is this? Put a like there, for fuck's sake. Go to Jenna's channel and subscribe. I forgot to say this in the beginning. I had to say it in the beginning. But go to Jenna, subscribe, right? She might be an XRP maxi, but she has a lot of really cool views. And I have a lot of fun with her on around the blockchain as well.
For real, yeah.
Seriously, I wouldn't have you on this channel, and I wouldn't, I was thinking about we'll surprise people later on.
No, you're one of my favorite Bitcoin maxis. Honestly, you and Lord Fuzetois are my two favorite Bitcoin maxis, and I like to dog on him all day because he runs a little country called Tonga, and he is a Bitcoin maximalist, and he writes the education for them. And he likes to pop into our Twitter spaces on Blockchain Beauty Shop that some of us do. My friend Stacy B, she's amazing, but she's a peaceful Bitcoin maxi. I love her too. But it's cool because we get to do our banter back and forth, right. I love it. I love it.
So, what is it like to be a beauty entrepreneur?
Oh man, you're like a therapist.
You're a psychologist more than anything, huh?
Yeah, definitely. But the cool part is you help women feel beautiful, look and feel beautiful all day long. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what the economy is, right? Women just want to look good and feel good because, a confident woman literally is unstoppable. And the beauty industry just doesn't get hit like, you see restaurants and other, different careers get hit, like with the economy and everything like that. So really, really lucky to be in that. My grandmother was a beautician. My mom was a beautician, but I didn't want to spend the rest of my life like behind a chair. I went to beauty school. I'm a college dropout, but I was like, you know what? Let me start tattooing eyebrows. I want to do it. I started 6 years ago because no one was doing it at all. And then I got really good at it and found a niche market. And honestly, when you can tap into a niche market and get good at something, I mean, that's bank.
I have a friend of mine that does eyebrows, and this is really lucrative. It's really good, and she started only a couple of years ago, but she's doing very well.
Yeah, if you follow through, it's not easy, and people are like, "Aren't you scared?" Yeah, the first couple times, but then it's like once you have it down, you're good. When you can do a good eyebrow, like you got it.
Are your tattoos real? Obviously, they're real.
No, I put them on just before the show.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like kind of like mine.
Do you know I have an XRP tattoo?
Oh, no.
I do.
You do? Oh, my God. Okay.
I got it. Somebody like dared me to on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Well, if you have tattoos, I guess it's cool, I guess. I mean, I have this one. I have this tattoo here for years.
Oh, it's like a Spartan, a warrior. Yeah.
And then and to be honest with you, it's a custom one. It got covered up because the first one I ever got, I got it done in the kitchen because I was an idiot, and it looked like a heel. So I had to go and get it covered up with another tattoo. Then I got Then I got one in the back here with it says the Greece never dies, a shield with the old Greek flag, which looks like the Swedish flag because that was done in the kitchen. And then I have this one here, which just symbolic, just means a couple of things for me. So
very nice.
Those are the tattoos I have. I don't have any more tattoos.
I love it. I think I'm done for a while though. Like I feel like I have plenty.
No, you look cool. I think it's cool enough. I mean, more just gets a bit too much, doesn't it?
I like on the outside because if I have to do a headshot, you can't see, and then I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, hey, heathen.
But then you can turn around the other way.
Yeah, but then I like this side, yeah.
See, this is the Zoom thing. Again, it's doing the same thing. Time is running out in 10 minutes. This is ridiculous.
It's because you need to, like, go ahead and upgrade yourself. You know what? I did it. If I can do it, you can do it.
I'll upgrade
and I'm
it.
a poor XRP hodler.
I'll upgrade it. I definitely have to. It's a new thing, though. You never used to be like this. I think this only just started happening now. Can I do it right now? Upgrade to Pro. Wait.
I mean, you could.
How long is it going to take? Maybe you want to answer some questions while I do this so we can stay
I can answer questions. You got me for like 5 more minutes and I got to pop off. I got to go hop on another meeting for work.
Well, we have 10 minutes left, so I'll do this later so we can talk then.
What questions do we have? Let's answer some questions.
How much XRP should I hold? 0.
I hear rumors that 20,000 XRP can create generational wealth. I don't know if that's true or not. That's coming from Baba Kug, so take that with a grain of salt. And I don't know how long you'll be waiting. And I don't know what generational wealth means to you.
Crypto Coin says, stop being tight, Paul, spend some money. I will. I'm going to upgrade because this happened to me in another live stream as well.
Tighter than a fart in church right now.
I don't know why they did this. It was never like this. It just happened, I'm telling you. Because I used to use Zoom all the time. It used to be for two people.
Yeah, I thought it was with like more than two people, honestly.
And they just, I don't know what's going on. It's a new thing. They need money. They need money because of the crisis.
Yeah, they need money.
Well, look what happened with Voyager.
What did happen with them? They go bankrupt. I just heard about this. I don't really know.
I didn't look into it, but I heard they go bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy.
Were they over leveraging like everybody else,
Probably.
or what?
Probably.
I'm glad I didn't have money in Celsius, so I'm glad I never bought Luna. Like, dodge those 2 bullets. Okay, what was your biggest rug pull like you ever put money in?
Ooh, good question. Luna probably doesn't count. Holy crap! I gotta look at my. Here, 1 second. I'm sure I still have the token listed somewhere here.
Mine was Emax. I was like, oh yeah, let me get in on this. Didn't look at the chart. That was the fastest I've ever lost $1,000. Could have been way worse.
Which one was it? There was one I was pissed off about. Give me a second. Let me just look. So I lost more money on NFTs than what I did in crypto, to be quite honest.
What was your worst NFT buy?
Man, I think it was a Bulls and Bear, the bear one though, that a friend of mine suggested, Marcin. Marcin Mick is now called Don Kryptonian. I'm going to call him out. I don't give a shit. Still think he's a cool guy. He told me I was about to buy a Bored Ape, or I was looking to buy a Bored Ape when they came out. I remember they were pretty cheap. And he got me, FOMO'd me into these bulls and bears, and there was no bulls left. And he told me to buy a bear, and I bought this really expensive bear. And then I bought a whole bunch of other NFTs, and they all went to shit. And then Bored Apes just. So
you never bought the apes.
I never bought the ape or the lazy lion. Because I'm an NFT. Now, this coming from somebody that used to work in the NFT industry as well. I mean, I'm making my own NFTs. I used to work for Mintable. I did the Solo University with Mintable. I was just never good at picking NFTs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to hear mine?
Yes.
And this is why I don't buy Ethereum. Crypto pills, good, because I wanted to tell you. Crypto pills is what got me, because like it's Misha Klein. Oh, he made this Mr. Pillman video for Eminem, and I'm like, oh shit, I love Eminem. I got his tattoo on my leg. Like, because why wouldn't I, right?
Yeah.
And so I buy a couple of them. Worst money I ever spent, and I didn't even get high. Like, worst pills ever. I'll never do that again. Now they're just sitting there doing nothing. So I don't mess with them. Nope. Yeah. But you know what I regret not buying? Rider Rips, BAYC. I had a chance to get them, and I was like, and obviously they're still cheap, but I think they're going to be one of the most controversial NFTs on the blockchain. I really do. I don't know if they can rule, because I know he's getting sued right now, that he would have to, that they would be illegal to own. That's the only way it would suck to have. But otherwise, to have some kind of like, really controversial NFT, I think that would be super cool. Conceptual art. Even though, we all know what it is, but.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at the comments. It's funny. So anyway, let's do this. Everyone hit the like button. Go visit Jenna right now up here. Go to her Twitter. Go to her YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to her. You do it now. Forget this channel. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's amazing. And we're going to do another show like this in the future.
Definitely.
And hopefully you guys, while you're at it, you can subscribe to this channel if you haven't already either. if you like it. If you don't like it, doesn't matter. I understand. It's okay. I won't get offended. You suck, but I won't get offended. Anyway, Jenna, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. I had a lot of fun. And I think we can do something better, and we can do more things here. I really think we're going to enjoy ourselves.
Definitely. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Always. It's just such an honor to be on your show. So I really appreciate it, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna.